to the match reaction here on It's All Black and White TV. You can either come in live on the studio and have your say on tonight's match, or you can just stay in the chat if you don't want to come on live. So before we get into the show, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. It really does help the channel move up the search settings and helps it found more easily as well. And also, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. That's free to do so and helps grow the channel. Also hit the bell notification. That will let you know when I become live or I have a pre-recorded video online as well. So first of all, before I start the show, I just want to make apologies that my show had to be cancelled at the last minute. I got home from work just after 5 and internet was down completely. Don't know what was going on. Something in the area. And during the second half of the match, my internet came back on. So obviously the problem's been fixed and hence I've put this show together fairly quickly tonight. So thank you for joining me. It's such short notice for putting this on. But nice to have my internet back. And yeah. And also, guys, I just want to say I did put a video out last night, which I've took off now anyway. That maybe I was thinking by February to see what happens with the channel for figures and that. Good news is, guys, the channel's here to stay. It's here forever. So the channel's going nowhere. So good news. I had a thought things through, got up this morning, thought things through again, and decided, no, it's not going to beat me. I'm going to make every success I can of this channel. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So the channel's here to stay. Excellent news, guys. And yeah, I want to make a success of this. So thank you very much for everybody who subscribed so far as well. So I'll just get into a couple of comments. Lewis, it was really, really rubbish game. Pablo, evening Tony, wow, what a shocking game. Absolutely rubbish tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe, people. Thank you very much as well, Pablo. I mean, yeah, that game, absolutely awful tonight. That's 95 minutes of my life that I won't get back now. I mean, that was woeful. Again, we cannot beat USA in a World Cup match. You know, we lost 90-50 to them. And 2010, we drew with them as well. So just shows you we cannot get past the USA, and I don't know why. We should have beat them tonight, but we didn't have a great performance tonight. Why was Phil Foden still sat on the bench is beyond me as well. He should have been on the pitch in my eyes. But guys, I mean, get your thoughts. And it was just absolutely ridiculous, that game. It was a horrible game. Thankfully, we got a point out of it. Basically, we've qualified because I can't see any team overturning our massive goal difference now, unless Wales dented by beating us 4 or 5-0, which I can't see that happening, to be fair. So I think we'll qualify. Hopefully we'll get the win and we'll qualify out that group as group winners, because we need to be group winners in that group as well. So let's just go out there. Let's get a reaction to this performance on Tuesday and beat Wales. So I've got a guest in the green room, so I'm going to bring him in as well. And it's a very good evening to Paul. How are you, Paul? All right?
Yeah, I'm good. Aye, that was a very crap game. I have to admit. I was listening to a podcast, another podcast, and I turned the volume down on the TV. And honestly, some players did really, really well, and there was I was expecting goals. I was expecting like a 3-0, you know.
Yeah.
A Trippier free kick and 2 from elsewhere. And I was like, whoa, what's going on, man? I mean, when I normally listen to this other podcast, he brings out the guitar. So I either pick up the acoustic or put the headphones on with the electric while I watch along. and I'm watching chat, and then I'll interrupt the music to answer chat. Daft, but like, it's what I do.
Yeah. I mean, it was a poor performance tonight. I mean, we were all right at the back. We kept it solid. We kept a clean sheet. I suppose, that's the plus of it. We got a clean sheet out of it. But
Yeah,
the
very
USC
good.
overran us at times, and they had chances to win that game. I mean, we didn't really do a lot, did we, in that game? And why he brought the substitutes on a little bit later. Henderson, I don't understand that one. I thought Foden could have come into the side. I mean, why couldn't Foden have come on as a sub? I mean, he's been great for Man City this season. Grealish, yeah, he had a couple of runs and got a couple of free kicks, and we nearly nicked it at the end as well. Unlucky that Kane's header went wide, but would we have deserved that win had we nicked it as well? That's the thing. I mean, it would have been a smash and grab.
Do you
I
think
mean,
they could have maybe dropped Kane and said to Callum, like, go out there and do your stuff?
yeah, I think he could have, or he could have even brought Callum Wilson on in the second half and said to Kane, look, we're going to bring you off, put Callum on, and see if you can feed Callum the ball. I mean, they were very organised at the back of the USA. They were very organised in midfield. They were very compact, their team was, and they were making it difficult for us to break them down. I looked at the other night, I watched them against Wales, and I thought, first half, I thought Wales made them look brilliant. Second half, I thought they didn't look so good because Wales were all over them, but we just couldn't replicate tonight what Wales done in that second half against the USA. And no disrespect to the USA, I know they're a good side and they've got some good players and they've got a lot of pace, but the talent we've got now is good. We should be beating them. And
Oh yeah, definitely, yes. I mean, I put in in chat. I thought it was a 3-0. I was expecting like a Trippier and then maybe Saka or somebody else. But
yeah,
I wanted Callum to come on as well. I mean, it's all right having like, I know we're third in the Premier League, but I think Gareth Southgate's got to like look at the mentality that we've got as a club and think, yeah, can I inject that into England? Because if you can inject that into England, then it's the final, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, I could see he's playing the 4-3-3. Maybe he's watched what Eddie Howe's done at Newcastle this season because he's been to a few of our games. So he'll have seen our formation, and he's probably had a chat with Eddie Howe and said, "Look, what's your formation? How do you play this game?" and things like that. And because managers do tend to have these chats anyway about tactics and things like that. But I mean, it was just really, really poor from England tonight. There was just not. Yes, we had the possession, but we didn't have the cutting edge. The final third, we were just let down every time. And Saka didn't even have a great game tonight, if I'm honest.
No,
And
you're very correct. I mean, it was sloppy. And to be honest, I mean, even when I'm watching Newcastle on television, if it looks like boring, for some reason, I pick my guitar up and I just strum along, whatever I'm doing, and I watch it while I'm strumming. And
yeah,
tonight with this is our podcast, like I say, I check through all of yours and like I spread yours all over.
yeah, yeah. And
It's
thank you for that as well.
Do you know why I do it? Because years and years ago there was a TV program. You may have heard of it, Bloomberg TV,
Oh, yes, yeah,
and it told me Twitter was being born, then Facebook was being born, Instagram, and it was coming up on it like a ticker tape. Sometimes how you and John have like the chat on the side of the bar where it's going
Yes, yeah,
down. Well, it's the same thing with like Bloomberg TV, and it was giving us all these things where it turns around and says, right, it's social media, and
yeah,
if I've got like 100 people following me, and I share to 100 people, and I say to share to another 100 people, you grow.
yeah, yeah,
It's as
absolutely.
simple as that. And
Yeah,
to be totally honest, I mean, your channel's new, but we should all be at 50,000, the whole lot of
yeah,
us. And then it's not just because we are Newcastle based. Like, I'm Newcastle and Nottingham based because I can't go back up home just yet.
yeah,
My
yeah.
ex she still lives up in Northumberland, so I'm buggered.
Yeah, I was going to bring somebody else in from the green room as well, and
Excellent.
welcome in Darren. Hi, Darren. You all right?
Hello, boys. All right.
Hello,
Yeah.
Darren.
Hello, kid.
What did you make of that game tonight?
Well, it's just summed it up. They were absolutely shite, to be fair. That's why we're not. That's why if we beat Wales, somehow beat Wales, we'll get knocked out in the next round. We're rubbish. It's a fact. Southgate's phoned Steve Bruce tonight, saying what tactics shall we play? That's what he's did. It was like watching Newcastle
Yeah.
under Steve Bruce tonight. Need closing down, need pressing, need urgency, nothing.
It was like we were playing in reverse, I think.
No, I don't know. If you know your football, that wasn't football. That's meant to be the best players in England today playing football. It's pathetic. Do you know what I mean? From the manager to the coaching staff to tactics, he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. In the last 20 minutes, Harry Kane is in his own half, not closing down. So they accept that Southgate were at a point all along. It's just pathetic, really.
It was absolutely pathetic. I mean, it's like I said when I opened the show up, it's 95 minutes of my life I won't get back now. But I mean, it's just absolutely poor. I mean, it takes you back to the Euros when we beat Croatia first game, and then we drew with Scotland 0-0 in the second game. We were poor against them as well. And the USA, they were all over us. And if they had won that game, you would have said to the USA, well, I'll tell you what, well done for winning because you were the better team. They outthought us in places. Okay, we've kept a clean sheet, but that's the only positive out tonight's game. They've got to go out there and beat Wales now on Tuesday, and then hopefully it depends who they get in the next round. Because it's all open that next group, isn't it? I mean, Holland you would expect to go on and beat Qatar. They should beat Qatar comfortably as well. Then you've got Ecuador against Senegal. You would think Ecuador would probably beat Senegal, but then who knows? So then you're going to play that Ecuador, Senegal in the next round, and then after that, if you get that round, we could potentially be playing France.
I think you jumped into going there. I can't see us getting that far. I can't see us getting that far. Like I said, I'll laugh his socks off. He got beat off Wales, down out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was nothing positive there, was it?
I think we'll win the World Cup. I think we'll beat Wales, and then go into next. Is it last 16?
Yeah, it'll be if you win that group, you'll probably play either Ecuador or Senegal because Netherlands are going to win that group A anyway because they're going to totally. I mean, they haven't set the tournament late, but I think they'll score a hatful against Qatar. If I'm honest, the Netherlands they should do anyway. The talent they've got in that squad.
I don't know if Netherlands hasn't been that impressive. To be fair, I watched them twice. I haven't been impressed with them.
Yeah, I saw them against Senegal when they just scraped that game 2-0. And I saw them today, and I thought Ecuador could have easily have won that game. I'm surprised by the Netherlands because normally they've got good talent as well in the midfield and the up front areas. But I know Gakpo's a good player, but apart from that, they just really haven't seemed to have moved on. And normally in tournaments, they normally play quite well in the Netherlands. So who knows? But you'd expect them to beat Qatar anyway, because Qatar are a very poor team, aren't they?
Yeah, I totally agree. But
Very much. Yeah.
I can't see England winning the World Cup at all. I think we'll get if somehow we beat Wales after that performance. I can't see us beating Wales because we were that bad tonight. You got players getting in that squad like Saka. He could have come off. You brought Grealish on about time. Mount done nothing. It was I can't even give man a match tonight. That's the trouble. You can't even see he had a good game.
Yeah, nobody was man the match on that England team tonight. Absolutely not. I mean, you look at, I mean, like I said, the way Wales opened them up on Monday in the second half. Okay, fair enough. It's the first game for the USA in the tournament, but the first half Wales made them look brilliant because Wales were rubbish in the first half. But the second half, they brought Kiefer Moore on at the start of the half, and then Wales totally dominated that second half against USA and got a deserved draw. They probably should have beat the USA, in all honesty. But then the USA, it's that old adage again: England, USA. We can't seem to beat them in a tournament, and it's happened again. But I mean, he could have brought probably Grealish on a lot earlier. He should have had Foden in that midfield as well. He's been on fire for Man City this season. And he could easily have took Kane off and put Wilson on, And if you've got someone like Foden or Grealish or, Rashford, somebody could have pushed the ball through to Wilson and, who knows?
Kane done nothing tonight, to be fair. Like, you see, the last 20 minutes, they weren't even pressing, they weren't even closing down. Do you know what I mean? Like, where's the hunger of them? If that's Southgate's tactics, I'm concerned. Like, for England's not going to win the World Cup. You've got to be realistic. We'll be lucky. Anyway, no winners there. We're not even going to get past the semi-finals. It's better teams than England in there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they've got to up the ante if they want to win the World Cup. I mean, to be honest with you, if we did get the quarterfinals and we got France, I would be like, oh, wary of France, to be fair. I mean, I know they look great against Australia tonight, but Australia were poor, weren't they? But we'll find out what France are like against Denmark, because Denmark normally play well in tournaments, so we'll see how they get on with Denmark. Argentina could go out the tournament this weekend as well if they get beat off Mexico, because then you've got Saudi Arabia and Poland tomorrow as well. So Saudis beat Poland, they're through, and Mexico beat Argentina, they're through, and Argentina's out. So it's all set up nicely for a good World Cup. I mean, it's been full of shocks already. We've seen the Saudis beat Argentina, and then I don't know if anybody saw the dressing room halftime talk from their manager, the Saudi manager. He gave a really good talk and got them wound up to win that game. And then some people are saying, it was a shock Japan beating Germany, but I don't think it was, because I think Japan's got some cracking little players in that team. And I did actually say to somebody at work on the other day that Japan will win that game, and he said to me, "Oh no, Germany will win." I says, "I'm telling you, Japan will win it because we've got some good little players." And I was proved right. Japan won that game.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more shocks to come, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right, Tori, I say, but I can't see. We're rubbish, England. Our players are not good enough. Our manager's not good enough. And it's the question you got to ask: are they going to be interested? If he doesn't get sacked after this tournament, and then they're going to Eddie Howe's being linked with England, I hope not, because he's already said he's attacking manager. He's one time. He's a day-to-day manager. He's not yet ready for international anyway. But we're not good. We're not good enough. It's as simple as that. England needs to revamp again. Unfortunately, they can't pass it. They can't even pass the ball 2 yards. It's how bad they are.
There was too much sideways and backwards this evening there, and I mean, it was just too much. I mean, people are saying as it because we've kicked off at 10 o'clock at night over there, and I'm like, but you can't be that excuse. It's at the end of the day, if we're not playing well, we're not playing well, and that's exactly what it was tonight. The USA outran us, and they were overrunning us in parts of that game.
They wanted more. They wanted more than us.
Yeah.
They completely wanted more than us. Like I said, it's the fans booed at the end. They weren't even singing. The fans, they couldn't get motivated to sing. Was that bad?
Yeah, I mean, they had chances to score, the US, and probably they should have put one or two of them chances away.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just one of those things. England just not playing well again, and the second half we didn't even.
Are you really shocked by that though? Are you shocked by that? I'm not. I expect.
Not really. No. I mean, when we played Iran the other day, okay, we won 6-2, but
it's only Iran, though.
Yeah, was Iran just that shocking, or was it because we were brilliant? And when you look at this game tonight, you sort of think, well, hang on a minute, Iran might have been actually shocking in that game, because today, I know they beat Wales 2-0 when they were down to 10 men, but if they had played so well that they've played today against Wales and played that time against us on Monday, then it could have been a totally different outcome. We might have struggled to have won that game. We might have just won it by the odd goal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'd think maybe a lot of things got around Iran that day. Like, obviously they didn't sing the national anthem. The fans were booing the national anthem because they've got a lot going on in their country at the moment, and maybe players were just a bit down. And it just seemed to be that they weren't there for the game. So maybe that's what it was. But if we don't beat Wales on Tuesday, then yeah, there is something seriously wrong.
I think it's already there. I think something serious wrong already. I think, Tony, it's a worrying thing. Well, I'm not worried. I expect England not to get through. I said on your program a few weeks ago, England will not win it. England will go out. They'll be lucky to get past the quarterfinals or something if they get that far. And you look around. If you look around like Newcastle, no one's got flags out. No one's interested in the World Cup, and no one's. It's the TVs and the radio stations are doing it because they're getting told to. It's a fact. Do you know what I mean? So it just shows you. It's confirmed that no one's interested. It's as simple as that. I'm not interested. A lot of people have lost interest in England, and that's through Gareth Southgate picking the wrong players.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, I'm just going to a couple of comments here. Leslie says, even and all, going back to the beginning. Yeah, absolutely. And Alan says, why was Kane allowed to play 60 minutes nursing an injury? He struggled for movement. Southgate's post-match analysis was just excuse after excuse. But the England controlled the game, the defence. I mean, Alan, yeah, if Kane wasn't moving well, he should have came off. He should have put Wilson on. But that's Southgate for you. He's keeping faith with his favourites as usual. And I mean, Trippier, it's not his game the way he's playing for England at the minute, having to keep passing back. And you could see Trippier was trying to tell them, let's get forward and do it this way. But nobody was seeming to take notice of what he was saying.
But again, he didn't really play well. He said pieces weren't that good on that. Because he's used to play on the front foot. It was knee credit. If knee one played well at all. You can't say, he had a good game. Not one person, 1 to 11 had a good game. Jordan Henderson come on, he was closing down when he come on the pitch. You know what I mean? Like, it was none of that at all. When they were in 5-10 yards of the player, every time I had the ball. That's how bad it was.
I mean, that first half and the end of the first half when Mason Mount had that chance, if he'd hit it the other way, he probably would have scored that, but he tried to be too clever in it.
It's hard to say that, but they had a chance to score. They didn't score. Do you know what I mean? Like say they had a couple of good chances. If it hit ball up, ball credit could have scored, but it wasn't that great. Need I say like it's all going to be negative press. What England doesn't want them to pay as the bottom one, but unfortunately, that's what he get paid the big buck for. He's going to listen to it.
Yeah, I mean tonight we've seen injury time sort of back to normal at the moment, haven't we? I mean, we saw the 1 minute in the first half, which I was quite shocked at, and then 4 minutes in the second half. I mean, England's game Monday with those 24 minutes of injury time played. A lot of the games has been lots of injury time. I mean, what have you made of the amount of injury time they've been adding on, like 9-10 minutes and things like that?
Well, the England game around it because they keep had an injury. So he was down for a long time, so he kind of pulled that one. But all like Wales got beat 90th, got beat in the 95th, 98th minute of the day. Was that much in the game. Shock. But it wasn't that great thing to say. Like they want to keep the player. They played too much injury time, but that's who knows what they're doing across there because they're trying to entertain a World Cup budget. It's been a few shocks, but it's been a few 0-0s now, wasn't it? I think 3 or 4 now, 0-0s.
Yeah.
So it's an all right World Cup. I would say it's like it's stand out a minute, but it's got a lot to go. The 3 teams I fancy to win it now are Brazil, France, and possibly Spain. There are 3 teams who've done something so far for the tournament. Watching that 3, England's got absolutely can't have a chance beating them. You've got to be realistic.
I mean, Brazil looked great last night, didn't they? I mean, that Vinny Jr., some player he is, isn't he?
Yeah. They say they're so good, going to keep phoning Steve Bruce on tactics. We're not going to get far.
No, I can't see. I mean, even if we do get the quarterfinals, if it's France, I can't see we're beating France.
Can you see England getting quarterfinals?
Might do by luck, but if we win this group and we get to see Ecuador or Senegal and maybe get past one of those in the second round, then we get the quarterfinals. Then you're potentially facing France.
I think they'll beat us, brother. I really think that. I've just got no faith in England at all. Watching England, especially in a foreign country, I don't know, we look very lazy and lazy passing, they create. It was nothing there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Ecuador Qatar game last Sunday, the opening game, and if you watch Ecuador in that game, they didn't even really put their foot on the gas because they treated like a training ground regime match because the Qatar team they were just terrible, and Ecuador knew once they were 2-0 up, they thought we don't really need to really go for it and tire ourselves out because there's no way this team's coming back,
Mm-hmm. But like I said, it's got to be what do we play Wales next?
Tuesday night, 7 p.m.
Do we? Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
That's we'll probably get beat. I expect that. I ain't rubbish. We really are. It was like watching Newcastle under Steve Bruce tonight. That's bad. That's how bad they are with the tactics.
Yeah. I mean, even Bellingham didn't have the greatest game tonight either, did he?
No one did. From 1 to 11, who did have a good game? No one stood out. No one said, well, he had all right. No one did. Do you mean no one did? They said pieces of all.
Yeah. I mean, you'd think Eddie Howe was the manager on the bench for the USA the way they were pressing.
Yeah, but like you say, but they didn't press that. I think that was showing him so much respect, far too much respect. How we backed off. They're passing the ball. They got you can draw. They got time, 20 seconds on the ball to pass the ball. They can think about passing the ball. But just shocking off Southgate. He hasn't got a clue what he's doing. It's a fact now. He's clueless.
I mean, we've got Foxy in the chat who's he's good with his South American stuff, and he says, I told you that Ecuador were the team to fear in Group A. They absolutely dominated Holland. It's probably better for us to finish second in the group.
I know. Because USA could possibly beat Iran on Tuesday. And Wales has got to beat us, what, 3-0?
5-0, I think.
So basically England's through. Wales not going to be far now, are they?
Yeah, Wales won't go through, will they?
No, well, no, Wales are out because they would need a draw, or at least the next between Iran and them. No, 5 points. They need a draw. They need a draw and beat England 5-6 out to qualify. So
yeah, and you look at that and you think, well, that shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen. In theory, it's like a 100-to-1 shot, isn't it? Happening, but,
yeah.
So you see England's through. Technically, it's not mathematically through, but Wales have got to use 5-6 now. France, if Iran wins or USA win, they finish top of the group, basically.
Yeah. I mean, if Iran get out of the group, it'll be the first time they've gotten to the second round of the tournament. So that's an interesting one.
Yeah. But as they say, England's through. We know that. And I like it's technically not officially, but more or less. So I can't say Wales win 5-0, not against us. They might win 2-0 against us.
Yeah. But the most important thing I'm looking for from the World Cup is that all our players come back injury free as well from it. I mean, Bruno didn't even get on last night for Brazil, did he? You know, it's that was strange.
To be fair, I'm not thinking about the World Cup. The players will deal. Will come back. Do you know what I mean? Yes, it'll be nice to get the injury back. I'm not thinking about our players at the World Cup. To be fair, because that's what they go for. I think our players will come back. That's what I talk about Newcastle players. You know what I mean? So I think I think you'll play if Brazil win the next year. I think you might get around in the game after, but I'm not really concentrating on all the other teams or our players in the middle this year. If they get a game, they get a game. I'm happy for them, but this is international football, mate.
That's it. Foxy goes on to say, I think Holland will win Group A as they now have to beat Qatar by 3 goals. We have a better chance versus Holland in the knockout stages. And he says, Iran don't lose to USA. Had them beaten Wales today, and they were impressive. Yeah, apparently Iran were better than Wales. I mean, I was at work, so I didn't see the game.
I've been told Wales were absolutely shocking. Not as bad as England, to be fair. That's what I've been told. Well, we were rubbish England today. But their man that took fair play to him. He took full responsibility how bad they play. He came out and said, "Yeah, we're rubbish." So Southgate hasn't got the ball to do that, hasn't he? He should be coming and say, "Yeah, we're absolutely rubbish. We played fine, rubbish." But he's pretty says off. He hasn't got the ball. He hasn't got the ball to do that, hasn't he?
He hasn't. I mean, which makes me laugh because back on Monday we won 6-2, and he said, "Oh, we can play better than that." So if you're going to come out with a statement like that, we can play better than that, then why didn't he back that up tonight and have us playing better tonight then? You know, it's just, I just don't get why he made that statement on Monday and then we didn't back it up today. Looking better, we looked worse than we did on Monday, if I'm honest. We've got the talent in that squad to do well, but it's picking the talent right. I think if he makes changes on Tuesday against Wales, he's got to put Foden in from the start. He's better than Mason Mount in my eyes.
Yeah, you're probably right, but the formation doesn't work. That formation did not work tonight. So he needs to change the formation or to do something different because it did not work one little bit. Do you know what I mean? Against Wales, the formation I would play against Wales. I'll play a 4-2-3-1. That's what I'll play against Wales.
Yeah,
I'll play Luke Shaw. The back four will be the same, to be fair, because anyone else there who you can put in that back four.
Yeah.
And then the two centre midfield players, again, you're desperate, yeah, because Declan Rice and Jordan Henderson. And I would play Grealish, Foden. Oh, sorry. Oh, no, I would have played Grealish, Foden, and I would play Rashford. See what he would do against them. And Harry Kane.
Yeah.
That's
maybe give Wilson a run out in the second half or something.
You're not do that. He's not winning.
Yeah. I mean, Foxy says, if everyone was fit, I would have Grealish left, Foden right, Maddison in place for Mount, much more creativity. Yeah, I don't know if Maddison's fit though. Is he still? Or is he still a bit dodgy?
Maddison, yes. I'm saying I forget about him. So could you play Declan Rice and could you play Grealish? Declan Rice and Grealish? And then Mount, or could you play Mount with? Could Mount and Declan Rice play together? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't rate Mount in an England team, to be fair. I don't think he's that great.
Could you play Declan Rice and Maddison together?
You probably could, yeah, because Declan Rice will do your holding midfield for you and your defensive stuff while Maddison can create.
Then you'll play Foden, Grealish, and Rashford. Do you know what I mean? Or could you play Rashford on the wing and play Foden behind Harry Kane? Just you need to do something like that. You need to do something like that to change the team because it's too obvious. It's too obvious what he's doing. We all know that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he needs to. He needs to get it sorted on the training ground and then look at it and say, right, this is what we need to do for Tuesday. We need to make sure we beat Wales and go through. Apparently, Bale didn't look great apparently for Wales today either, did he? So,
but we're gonna play our own game and not worry about Wales. But if we get through and then we're going out, I don't care as far as I'm concerned. We're not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, Chipper says we may as well have had Michael Caine up top over Harry Kane. The bloke simply hasn't got the legs for a striker anymore. Well said, Chippers. I like that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Harry Kane hasn't got the legs to run like with pace, has he?
No. And Southgate, you could tell in the last 15 minutes, Harry Kane was knackered. He had nothing left in the tank. And he didn't take him off because he knows he's his main man. He didn't trust Wilson.
And yeah, he should have, because I think Wilson would have done a. I mean, when Wilson come on Monday, straight away you saw Wilson going into like Newcastle mode, pressing players straight away. He was pressing like he does at Newcastle, because he's used to that thing under Eddie Howe. He was able to set that chance off for Grealish. He could have took it himself, but he thought, well, he's probably got a better chance of scoring than I have. But he would have just given him a bit of. He would have just given the USA something else to think about tonight. But
no, Jordan Henderson. I'm not a Jordan Henderson fan, but at least you come on. At least you start closing people down, which I didn't. Which them one doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's this year we'll get through on Tuesday. Then we'll go up after that, because I said your program. I watch it because it's in my blood to watch it, but I've got no faith in them at all.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how far we do go in this tournament. If we get past the second round, and if we do get past second round, do we get past the quarterfinals? If we don't, then
we've got Carl Chant there getting past the quarterfinals. No way.
I mean, let's hope if we don't get past the quarterfinals, hopefully that may be the end of Southgate, and he might just say, you know what, okay, fair enough, I'll move on or whatever. But he's got a new contract.
He's just a yes man for the FA, though. He's a cheap version for them, basically. That's all he is, though.
Yeah, I mean, they've just got to. The FA's just got to have some balls and just say, right, okay, I think you've took us as far as you can. Off you go. There's your payoff. Go off and do something else and get somebody else who can come in and change the dynamics of the team and we're playing better football.
But who do you have then?
Well, this is it. Who's out there that's available?
Tuchel's available.
Yeah.
But
some people are saying Bielsa.
No, he's too old, Bielsa.
He is.
But you want an English manager? But it's not my English manager going, is it? So
I mean, Potter's not that great, is he?
Well, he's learned his trade. Well, he's still a young manager. You can see he's not bad. Chelsea's a big club for him now. There's the chance. Even if he failed at Chelsea, you can't see he's a bad manager because what he's done at Brighton.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's not only that, he's inherited a team which isn't his team. Mm-hmm. So I think they've got to give him the chance. Like, I've seen some Chelsea fans say out there that he's got to have the chance, like in the summer, to bring his own players in, and then you can start judging him on his own team, because a lot of them players in that team are just awful.
Will Chelsea give him a chance? That's the only thing, because they're known as centre managers under the old ownership.
That's the thing. Will they give him a chance?
I hope they do, because he's a young manager, British manager, the best. But we've got the best young English manager going anyhow. But he's already said he says he's not ready for an international manager, because he prefer to do the day-to-day train.
Yeah. Sefton Magson, he says, just got him from work. Did I miss much? No.
No, he didn't yet.
He says, is it worth on catch up? No, don't even watch it, mate, because you're 95 minutes of your life you won't get back, mate, that's for sure. So I wouldn't bother. And then Alan sums it up. Sefton, you're missing out, mate, apart from the embarrassment. And he says, really that bad? Yes, it was. It wasn't very good at all. The USA overran us, and at times, and to be honest with you, Sefton, the USA could easily have won that game, and you know, it would have been one of those, had they won that game, you would have thought, yeah, fair enough. They were the better team to win that game. Mm-hmm. We were poor.
Oh.
A really poor 95 minutes. Couple of chances here and there, but apart from that, we didn't really test that keeper much or that defence. And to be fair, that defence ain't that great, but we just didn't do enough to breach that defence and have a go at them.
I think we've done. I think that we've done more than enough talk about the game. To be fair, we can't say anything else because what was said is from the start. That's it. We've got no else. I think we're totally.
The only positive from the game's a clean sheet.
Well,
and a point.
It's not a positive. I don't think it's a positive. I think it's just disgraceful clean sheet. Well, they should have had a chance, but we were shocking. We were shocking on it.
Yeah. I mean, especially that one when that ball came in the middle, he should have buried that, but he put it over the bar, didn't he? And
yeah, he should have scored there, mind you. He knew he should have scored and unmarked. And you look how many players he had around him. He had 5 players around him to be unmarked.
Yeah. He says, still top of the group with only Wales to beat or draw. Well, yeah. And he says, did Wilson get on? No, Wilson did not come on at all. Even Foden didn't get on either, so there you go. We'll just have to see what he does for Tuesday's game and see if he changes it around a bit. But Wilson should definitely have got on tonight, I think, and give him a shot. But we know Southgate has his favourites, and he kept Kane on for the whole 95 minutes, even though Kane was probably knackered after 75 minutes. He did have a chance.
You could tell he was knackered. He was just he'd run the he was knackered. He just didn't have the ball to up the pitch.
Yeah.
So, mate, I'm gonna go. Come on.
Yeah. That's no worries, mate. Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't think England deserve my time anymore to talk about them.
Yeah, we'll just see how they get on Tuesday. Let's hope it's a bit better than tonight's game, that's for sure.
Oh, it's just like I say, you described the game tonight. It was like watching Newcastle under Steve Bruce tonight. Need creativity, need drive, need tactics rubbish, everything's rubbish.
Yeah,
that's what it was. That was like that tonight. Simple as that.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest game, that's for sure.
It was like watching Steve Bruce managing Newcastle. That's how bad we were tonight.
I think we could have had another half an hour into that and still wouldn't have gone anywhere. We still wouldn't have scored.
Well, they would have been in a half more than anything because here we couldn't with them knee closing about them. The knee closing them whatsoever. Absolutely rubbish.
No, we were absolutely poor.
So right, mate, I'll let you go and enjoy your thanks for having us on. No
worries, Darren. Nice to see you on, mate. Yeah, and do come on again, mate. Yeah, that's for sure.
I will do this. Yeah, I'll come on and let us know whenever everyone is on personally. Let us know. I'll come on.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, just look forward back to about 5 weeks' time when the Premier League's back.
I'll have to come on a different night as well. Talk with Newcastle. I've got some good football knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so, definitely, mate. No worries at all.
Right, ta-ra, bud.
No worries, mate. See you later. Ta-ra, mate.
Bye.
Have a good evening. So that was Darren. So Sefton says, how did Trippier play? Well, he didn't really have a greatest game, but there again, he can only do what he can do on the pitch. I mean, wasn't his usual brilliant self, Trippier, but yeah, just one of those games, unfortunately. And well, if that is bad, yeah, that is bad. We did play really bad as well. So not the best games, that's for sure. You know, it's just, yeah. I think it's one of those games. It's gone. We can put it to bed now and say, right, okay, let's be done with it. It's finished with. Move on to the next game and hopefully for something a bit better. So guys, if you like what you see, please hit the like buttons. It really does help the channel go up the search settings and makes it found easier as well. Also, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. That's free to do so. and also the bell notification, which also lets you know when a video's upcoming live, or I've put a pre-recorded video on as well. So yeah, some guys have just joined. Beginning of the show, I put out that my channel's still going to grow as it is. I was going to say by February, see how the figures were, see whether it's worth carrying the channel on. But the good news is, guys, don't have to wait till February, because I've already made a decision. The channel stays, and the channel is going to carry on, and it's going to grow. And I'm going to aim to make the channel as a success as I possibly can. So that's the good news, guys. I'm going nowhere, and neither is this channel. Also, as you know, I do with John Sinclair, I do co-hosting with John. But I've agreed with John now that I'm going to only do a show with him probably on his channel once a week now. For the simple reason is I've got to dedicate a lot of my time to my channel, and it is quite hard when you're doing a show when I'm doing a show on John's channel, and then I've got my on, like, say 20 minutes or half an hour later, so I've got to get then sorted out and prepared for this. So to put that into perspective, as hard as a decision it is, and I thank John for everything he's done, for having me on there and give me the platform. But I'm not leaving his channel completely. I'm still going to be on there, but we're just scaling it back to probably like a once a week thing. So I will still be on with John, but as I say, it'll be just down to I'll do once a week with him, and he'll come on my channel once a week. So the dynamic duo will still be here on a Wednesday. So and then I'll go on John's channel for one day as well. Probably a day that I don't do any shows, so it works both ways. And then, but yeah. So yeah. Other than that, I mean, as I say, what more can we say about the football? What more positives can we bring out of that game tonight? Because I'm trying to find a positive and I can't. The only positives I find is we got a point out of that game. We got a clean sheet. We got a clean sheet because the USA couldn't finish. Other than that, it's not the best football match to go down in history, that's for sure. And I think we'll qualify. I think we'll go out there as group winners, certainly. And I think we'll go through as group winners. We'll probably play Ecuador or Senegal, because Holland should beat Qatar. If Holland don't beat Qatar, I'll be very, very surprised. And then after that, we have, like I say, we'll have Senegal or Ecuador second round. If we get through that, we potentially play France in the quarterfinals, which will be a tough game. So if Southgate's serious about getting us as deep into that competition as he wants us to, he's going to have to start opening the games now and start playing with a bit more tempo and a bit better football, because if not, if we play the French, they could destroy us, and that looks really bad. Sefton says, great decision, mate. Up the hit, like the lakes we go. Yeah, thank you very much, Sefton, for your support as well, mate. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Yeah, I'm determined to make a success of my channel, and I know it's a hard thing, but like I say, I've had to scale back on John's, but I think I'm getting to the stage I'm going to burn myself out if I'm doing 2 shows every night, and so I've, like I say, scaled back to one on John's channel. At least he's coming on mine once, and I'm going on his once. So there's no. So it works out well for both. But John does still do his good work as well. He's great channel that he has as well. And yeah, I mean, guys, if you haven't checked out the website yet, I mean, check out Sefton's website, which is northwestmags.com. It's a fantastic website. In that website, there's lots of things to do. There's a forum. You can go on there and have your say. There's the gallery there, so you can send your pics in where if you're at matches with your Newcastle tap on, and things like that. I mean, it's an absolute fantastic website. I'm going to have Sefton coming on the show very soon. So he'll explain more about the website, and also he'll explain about his times as being, since he's been a Newcastle United fan from a young age, up to the age he is now. So he'll draw on his experiences as a Newcastle fan, probably a bit like myself, where we've been through the rough and the smooth, you know. I mean, the 80s was a rough time being a Newcastle fan. It was awful at times because we were a selling club. Then we had the ups of the 90s, you know, the entertainers. And then we had the Ashley era, which that we just want to forget them 14 years, which is hard to forget. And now we're on the up again with our new Saudi owners. And obviously the Saudi Mags as well beat Argentina the other day. So get in there, the Saudi Mags. So I've got another guest here, so I'll bring him on before I wrap up as well. So and I'll see if I can get his thoughts and see if he's got any positive thoughts about the game tonight. I know I haven't, because like I say, 95 minutes of my life's gone now. I'll never get that back, unfortunately. So here he is. Let's welcome on. It's one of our friends of the show. It's Lewis.
Hey.
Good evening, Lewis.
Sorry, I'm on late because I just got up from my room watching Sleb.
Right, Lewis.
What?
Give me some positives tonight.
At least we've been considering we didn't get beat by the United States. That's the only positive, isn't it? And this is the bad thing as well. We have never beat the United States in the World Cup.
Yeah, I know, it's mad, isn't it? I mean, tonight it started off bad for me because I was supposed to be doing a warm-up show. I get home from work and the internet was off.
Oh, God.
And it was down. There was a fault outside somewhere because I did pass the BT fan as I was coming home. Mm-hmm. And so I had to quickly put out that the show was cancelled very late. I was gutted about it. And then during the second half, my internet came back on. So I was like, oh, great. Okay, it's back on now. So I thought I can get a show tonight. So that's what I've done. And Sefton says hi to you, Lewis.
You're right. Like, just that you know, I'm going to start doing Newcastle like preview, like reviews when the season starts again. Because obviously, there's no point doing any Newcastle news anyway.
Yeah, because not a lot we can really talk about that. I mean, the World Cup's taken over at the moment. I mean, obviously, apart from tonight, Lewis, I mean, so obviously I'm seeing you for a while, so I'm going to ask you a few things here, and hopefully I'm not overloading you too much. But so the other day, we saw Saudi Arabia come back and beat Argentina 2-1, which is probably... And Saudi Arabia is the second lowest ranked team in the competition, by the way.
Actually,
so
now
judging on...
But technically now they are the lowest ranked team because Qatar has been knocked out of the World Cup anyway.
Well, they are now, yeah. But, I mean, what was your thoughts when Saudi Arabia beat Argentina? Did you believe it, or did you think, hang on a minute, how is that possible?
Like, obviously, because it was an early start again, it was 10 o'clock start first, obviously. But also in the UK, I woke up, fell asleep and woke up again. It was like in the 90 odd so minutes and that. I looked and said, hang on a minute. That can't be right. Have they done the score wrong on the scoreboard? I couldn't believe it. But just proves a point. You don't have to have the best players in the world.
It's very true. I mean, you know, underdogs win stuff. We've seen that in the FA Cup. 1987, Coventry City beat Tottenham 3-2 after extra time. 1988, Wimbledon beat Liverpool, who had a very strong team with the likes of John Aldridge. And I mean, you know, the underdogs do win stuff. And then obviously we had that shock, Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on the day, we had Japan beating Germany as well, 2-1.
Yeah. I'm happy. Like, obviously, the English fans be happy with that.
Yeah. To be fair, Japan have got some good players in that team. I mean, they've got Tomiyasu, who plays for Arsenal as well, the right back. I mean, it's not a great Germany team either, let's be honest.
No, because Neuer is... Hang on. Hey, Google. How old is Manuel Neuer? Neuer's 36 now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's get. Yeah.
Like, I have to. I can't say something. Sorry if you had the Google there. Sorry if I set that off.
I mean, I've got like. I mean, you look at Thomas Muller. He's 33, isn't he, as well? So they've got some aging players, but that's now hard for them to now qualify because they've got to now win their games. I mean, Argentina could be knocked out tomorrow because if they lose.
I heard they're playing tomorrow.
They've got Mexico and Saudi Arabia play Poland. So if that ends a draw and Mexico beat Argentina are gone. Can't qualify.
And that'll be Messi's last World Cup as well.
It will be his last World Cup.
That's it. If this is the thing, if they say Germany get knocked out, if Argentina get knocked out, if France might get knocked out, we might have a chance. You never know.
Well, I blame John for the fact that Argentina's not doing well because John said, they're unbeaten in this coming into this tournament. They've got a cracking manager, and then what happens? They get beat off Saudi Arabia 2-1.
But as people were saying, we did crap in the Nations League. Was that just mind games? The city of teams, they're doing rubbish. Now in the World Cup we turn up, don't we? Well,
I mean, I feel with the. I mean, the thing is, I feel with the with the Nations League, the players didn't seem interested in playing that. Maybe because the season had just come to an end, and maybe they just thought the players didn't want to play. They just wanted to go on holiday, and
because I probably knew the World Cup was coming up as well in November.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I just realised, it's only 6 weeks away. No, 4 weeks until Christmas Day. It's the 25th.
Yeah, it's not that long.
It's the 25th today.
It's weird. Yeah, absolutely. Just before I go on, guys, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. It really does help the channel move up the search settings and makes the channel more visible so people can find it a lot easier as well. So please hit those like buttons. Also, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. That is free to do so. Helps the channel grow. And also the bell notification. That lets you know when a pre-recorded video goes on or I'm on live and any upcoming shows as well. So, yeah. So please hit the like, subscribe and bell button. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. So, Lewis, we've basically qualified.
Yes, we've got to play the Welsh.
They've got to beat us about 4 or 5-0 for them to qualify if Iran draw. Do you think he changes the team on Tuesday? Does he bring some players in? Does he change it around a bit? And how do you think we'll do against Wales?
I think why not? Because why not give Pickford the rest? Give the goalkeeper a chance to see how that will work out. Because why not? Then we don't have, if they say Pickford gets injured in training, at least one of the goalkeepers had a chance in a game against Wales, or after the World Cup that might be known as Cumbria or Cumbria. Obviously, there's plans to change the name to just be in Welsh.
Yeah.
As I was that's what I was saying about the goalkeeper. Why not give Nick Pope a chance? Why not? Could that be quite good? Pope, Nick Pope and Trippier together. That'd be just like the pictures on for the national anthem. I think that would be put together because that would be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? I mean, Pete said, pale of horse shade tonight. Wilson should have come on. Kane was pretty much non-existent. Mountpoor as well should have been taken off. There's nobody we're winning the World Cup. No, I don't think there is, Pete. I mean, unless we dramatically improve on Tuesday night, there's no way we are winning this World Cup. I've sent you the link, Pete, if you want to jump on.
And we can still get knocked out. We can still not qualify.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That'd be bonkers. It'd be bonkers. We were top, like obviously top, and then we don't qualify for the last 16.
Yeah. Sefton says, I worded the above wrong about subscribe and subscription. So let's see what his comment was further up. Can you subscription? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, we know what you mean, Sefton. Yeah, thanks very much, mate, for that. No worries. I mean, what's your prediction for Tuesday night?
I'm 2-2. Unfortunately, I don't.
2-2.
But hang on, the main goalkeeper got sent off today.
Yeah, so they'll have to play the Leicester keeper, which is Danny Ward.
Mm-hmm. We could, if I might go and give us an extra goal. I might go 3-2.
3-2.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
Yeah. What, to us though?
Yeah, to us. Yeah. But that's a bit awkward. Because obviously my dad's side of the family has Welsh blood in them.
Yeah.
Obviously, because for me, even though I'm English, I love the Welsh national anthem. I don't know why, but I just love it. Like when you hear them singing it, like the red. My God, you can even for me, I get goosebumps in that. Like it's like
you feel it, don't you?
You can feel like first it's just like God, it's so fun when you hear the Welsh like you can actually hear how passionate they are.
Yeah. I mean, Oliver says, good evening to you, Oliver. I hope you're well, mate. Bull crop selection, Phil Foden has to start. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, I was crying out for Foden to come on that pitch tonight. I mean, he would have made a difference tonight.
Yeah,
you should have took Mount off for and brought Foden on instead of Mount. Sefton says 3-0 to England. And Oliver again says Harry Maguire needs to be dropped as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's not the best, is he, Harry Maguire?
There's a video going on Facebook of the Americans going, it's called soccer. Like, you go, like, for God's sake.
I mean, Dan Burns should have gone to the World Cup, shouldn't he, really?
Yeah. Like, the thing is, they say when our players gets really badly injured and they can't carry on, we can actually pull that player and we can actually call a player up as part of the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess I'll do, for when we play Wales, why not drop Harry Kane, give Wilson a chance, Captain Trippier, and have Pope, Trippier and Wilson playing for England, 3 Newcastle players?
Yeah.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It's just like, but I don't think he would do it, unfortunately.
No.
Because he doesn't for some reason, he doesn't like playing Callum Wilson.
He's got his favourite Southgate. That's the problem, Lewis. And what was your prediction for Tuesday? Sorry,
3-2 England.
3-2 England. Yeah, that's not a bad show. I'm going to say 2-0 England, but yeah.
I guess I do for laughs sometimes when if I'm watching Wales play. I put on if it's not live on ITV or Sky Sports, I guess I put it on the Welsh channel because I can get the Welsh channel on my TV.
Yeah, apparently I mean, I didn't see the game. Obviously, I was at work, but according to people I've heard from, apparently the referee in that Wales game, when Hennessy done that foul, give him a yellow card.
Yeah, he
and they said, and then he got sent to VAR because he got sent to monitor because it was actually a red card. And they said, but people have said, why didn't he just brandish a red card straight away? Surely he should have known it was a red card.
Yeah. And you know what I was watching on the BBC today? Because I got up early for it. Who was the main presenter? Because obviously it was obviously Wales. She went Bore-da. Because obviously Bore-da is good morning in Welsh.
I mean, Oliver goes on to say here, have you heard that the England fans were throwing paper airplanes at the USA shouting 9/11? Disgusting. If that's what was happening, then that is absolutely disgusting. And we don't condone that in any way. And I condemn any England fans who have done that. That is absolutely disgusting. And I really hope they haven't done that. And if they have, then shame on you. And this is why we get a bad name around the world.
And if the people who did that should be never, ever allowed to watch an England game again. They should
absolutely disgraceful.
They should never ever get tickets in the...
Yeah, absolutely. Totally disgusting. They need to be named and shamed.
Or did he hear what happened? Like, I know this is about England and that, but did he hear what happened to some Welsh fans today? Well, yeah, today, yeah. Like, obviously they were driving in from Saudi Arabia, but the visa on their phones to let them drive the Saudi Arabian cars in Qatar, the app crashed. They couldn't get in. They missed the game. This World Cup's been a shambles.
It has been, hasn't it?
Yeah, because obviously, like the England game, the first game, the app crashed. Some fans couldn't get in, but then decided let them all go in.
Yeah. I mean, Sefton Max says sick. Yeah, absolutely, Sefton. It's disgusting. And it's just beyond words. I mean, this is why we have such a bad name as England fans. You know, it just brings our country down again. But yeah, not great at all.
But like, it's just one of those things. Like, it's just one of those things. You go like, for God's sake, I fell asleep watching the game today. It was that boring.
Yeah, to be honest, I think if we'd played another 30 minutes, England still wouldn't have scored, if I'm honest.
I was like, I think, you know, the other time that's been probably the lowest other time ever in this World Cup so far. Only 5 admins in total.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things. Like, but I'm liking that new rule now. The other time is actually the time what we should be playing, if that makes sense. Because
yeah, it is.
That being said, if the ball goes out, goal kicks, throw-ins, goal kicks, substitutes, like players get treatment, the referee's actually adding that time on properly. That's why when we played the first game, that's why it was 40 minutes on the first half because he was the goalkeeper. And then 10 other minutes for the second half because all just like niggles and that, and obviously the goal celebrations and that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just yeah, it's been a different World Cup, hasn't it? I mean, the added time, it's a strange one, isn't it? But I can see where they're doing it from, and it does seem better. Now, if they brought that into the Premier League,
oh my God, it'd be like
can you imagine how?
It'd be like Fergie time, wouldn't it?
Or Klopp time.
Yeah.
It's yeah, we don't want that in the Premier League. Thank you very much. I mean, there's been some dodgy VAR decisions in this World Cup. I mean, on Monday, Lewis, Harry Maguire was fouled in the box after 3 minutes.
And then like at the end there was a similar foul, challenge, penalty. Where's the consistency?
And yet they got one for a shirt pull because John Stones put his hand around the side and got a hold of the shirt. But if that's a penalty, then surely the Harry Maguire one was a penalty. Yeah, doesn't matter because we won the game 6-2.
Yeah. But like, for example, that could be like, say for example, that could have been Wales getting into the last 16, for example. I guess, or it could have been Australia or Canada for the Commonwealth countries and that.
Yeah.
That's, like, now that could, for them, could be getting into the last 16 and just and that. Like,
yeah.
You know, if that shirt pull was a penalty, I should be in penalty because that's like a rugby. That's like a clear deal as a rugby foul. It's literally he's gone in like around like and dragged them down in the box. It's all there a penalty.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I heard a rumor like one of the officials' friends and that text the referee after the game. Apparently, he said we felt sorry for them. That's why we give the penalty. If that's the case, then them officials should never officiate the World Cup again.
Sefton says, "Can you name all England songs?" 1, he says, number 1 playing for England. 2, back home. Can't remember anymore. There's World of Motion in 1990.
You got to hold it back.
Like he says,
we're on the ball.
Vindaloo. We've had Vindaloo, yes.
What about we're on the ball?
Anton Deck. We've had that one, Anton Deck on the ball.
Like football's coming home, and football's coming home for Christmas. That's just been released. How you seen that one, the new one?
Yes, I have. Yeah,
I quite like it. It's different.
And Oliver says, Wilty Red, yeah. But yeah, we've had all different songs out, haven't we? But yeah, it's a strange one. He says, oh, and Sefton says, haha, I forgot about that. Yeah. Will T-Rex get dropped ever? Scoused.
No, he's actually. I know he plays for Everton, but he's still a sad Mackham, so and so.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair for England, he does all right, doesn't he? For England, I mean, he got his fingertips that shot tonight as well. I hit the bar off Pulisic, so and he was. At least he showed he cared because he was getting a bit irate tonight with the defence. He wasn't happy with the way they were letting the USA get in as well behind. So at least he's got a bit of fight about him. So I'll give him that one. But other than that, can't stand the bloke.
Like you see, can you see the other red? Can you see that one just there?
Yeah,
that's me. World Cup shot. Because why not? It's a bit of fun.
Yeah, why not? Exactly.
It's one of those things. You want to be. I don't want to get up early tomorrow to watch the Australian game, but I want to because I want to watch that youngster.
Garang Kual.
Yeah, I saw him play. I saw him play for a little bit. My God, he looks like he's going to be a cracking player for us.
He was doing some good little runs, wasn't he?
But the only problem is you can't pay for it. Apparently, you can't pay for it straight away.
I mean, it's Tunisia, Australia kicks off at 10 a.m.
Yeah, BBC One.
And then tomorrow night, 7 p.m., it's Argentina, Mexico. Argentina could be going out to the World Cup tomorrow night.
Yeah. I guess I want Saudi Arabia to win.
Well, if they beat Poland or Poland beat Saudi Arabia, Argentina have got to win or else they're out.
Yeah, but did you hear what happened to Argentina, like Saudi Arabia when they beat Argentina? the whole country got a day's holiday.
Yeah.
Actually got a holiday. The reason I know that because when I used to have a childminder when I was younger, their son works in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, because they put out as well, didn't they, that they were giving them a day off, and I mean that was a lovely touch. And also one of their players who got injured,
got a Lamborghini,
got flown by Mohammed bin Salman's private jet to Germany to get his jaw sorted out.
God, and probably one of the players got a Lamborghini.
Yeah, probably the one who scored the second goal. That second goal, that was good goal.
Yeah, but what the hell's going on? Like, that proves how much money's in the Middle East, doesn't it?
And did you see the name of the guy who scored the second goal for Saudi Arabia?
No.
He was called Al Shira.
Oh God. Brilliant.
Isn't it absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Yeah.
I still love
Oliver says, where is Ronaldo going? Not Newcastle, I hope. I mean, did you see what Roy Keane said last night? Oh, just had a call. Ronaldo's on his way to Newcastle. No, he's not. He better not be.
Like, if he went to Newcastle, I would never go to a game again. Even though I'm a season ticket holder, I'll still pay for my season. When my man paid for my season ticket, but I won't go. I wouldn't have him in my team.
He's not a. It's not the fact of taking him. It's just the fact is, he wouldn't fit into our squad. The pressing intensity couldn't do it because he would go missing, and we don't want players like that. We don't want players who have got a big ego on their shoulders and think that they. And Oliver then goes on to say, sick of the media talking about it even when Portugal are not playing. Yeah, absolutely. I think they need to stop and just let go.
And plus, you can't have the number 7 shirt either.
No, because J7's got that.
Yeah, Big Joe.
Exactly.
What number will he have? Like, you must have, like
77.
No, give him the number 87. Give him the one, or give him the number 90 shirt. Who cares? Because obviously, remember, because we have to be careful because our under 21s.
Yeah.
Or when they're playing the Papa John's Trophy, our academy team has to have proper squad numbers.
Yeah. They do,
when you see the numbers, it's like 82. Then you go how big is our team? Just let you know, if you're not going on Sunday, how the women are playing at St. James's Park.
Yeah.
If you can go, it might be on the Newcastle website. They have They're actually having live commentary on BBC Radio Newcastle.
Excellent. At least it's getting well covered, and that's brilliant.
But when I heard that the other day, I was like, "Wow, that's actually for them. That's going to be huge. At least they're going to get over. I think they're going to get over 30,000 for the game on Sunday. I'm going.
That'll be terrific.
I'm going.
Oh, nice one. I hope you enjoy it. Well, Lewis, thank you for coming on tonight, mate. It's been a pleasure to have you on.
Yeah, and if you want, me YouTube channel.
Yes.
You can put the description and that. You can put the channels how you have like with John's and that.
All right,
Add mine. You can add mine onto other channels as well. And then at least people can look at that way as well because they can find it easier.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get it out there for you. Yeah, totally, mate.
Just let you know. Obviously, I'm not doing anything until the season starts again. Obviously.
Yeah. But yeah, let's hope it's a great game on Sunday with the women and enjoy the game.
Yeah, because obviously with the Newcastle women's game, obviously it says the fourth, the National League's game, but obviously we've been told them tickets are going to be still valid because obviously it's now not a league game, it's a cup game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
I'll just say good night, guys, and let's hope England qualify on Tuesday.
Yeah, they should do, Lewis. Thanks for coming on, mate. Yeah. Nice to see you again.
My YouTube channel is called Newcastle Disabled Fan.
Nice one. Yeah, so guys, give it a check out and give it a subscribe for Lewis as well, please. That would be great.
Thank you. Obviously, wherever do a live stream and that, like anybody can come on. It's just not for disabled people, because obviously, as I was saying, like it's not very often the Newcastle fans who have disabilities and that, we don't really get a voice in that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like all the time when I was like even some, like it's getting better now, but still, it's still not 100% and that. We don't have only time we get a voice is when the Paralympics come on. After that, it just dies down and go like, we're not part of anything. When the Paralympics come on, everybody talks about it and that.
Yeah,
that's what I made my channel for.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent.
Sorry for going a bit on about that, but you know.
No, that's absolutely fine, mate. No, that's fine. I mean, it's nice to get it out there, and then people know where you are and they can come and give you a sub as well, which is even better.
I might do a quick, I might do a bit like a video if I can at the game, if I don't get in trouble, because obviously with Adam, he did get in trouble.
He did, yeah. I mean, you could do something at half time or something. It doesn't really matter, does it? As long as you're not showing the game, that's the main thing.
Yeah, I might do something at half time. Might just go into the back, where the food is and that, or do one at full time when I get back in the house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could do, yeah. But anyway, thanks for coming on tonight, Lewis. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Are you finishing now, or are you going somebody else on?
No, I'll be coming to the end now anyway, Lewis. So I've just got a couple of things before I wrap up, and then I'll be wrapping up.
I'll be in the green minutes. Just say quick things off camera, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Okay, no problem.
Cheers.
I'll see you shortly, mate. Yeah. I'll just pop you in the green room. Okay, guys. So that was Lewis. Sefton says, "Well done, Lewis." Yeah. So shows coming up, guys. Tomorrow, I'm going to come back with a feature again. I'm going to do the World Cup breakfast again. So that'll probably be between 8:30 and 8:45 in the morning, probably more 8:30. So if you are up early or you're getting ready to go out anywhere or work or whatever, catch up on the World Cup breakfast in the morning. I'm going to do a roundup of what's happened in the World Cup so far, and then bring you the team lineups for the Australia game as well. So I'll bring that up for you. Also, so the Australia-Tunisia game, there'll be team lineups. They'll come out for that at 9 o'clock. So the World Cup breakfast in the morning. So look out for that one. If you don't manage to catch it in the morning, you can always catch it up on YouTube anyway, anytime you want. So that's not a problem. Also tomorrow as well, I think at about 3 o'clock, there's going to be a show on. And I think Rolly's coming on with me. So Rolly will be on with me. And we're going to do a show, Newcastle United show. So talk of Newcastle United and what's been happening lately. And so be sure to tune in for that one. Again, if you can't tune in for that, then please catch up on the show whenever you can at your own convenience. But, so before I go, guys, it's been a pleasure to have everybody on. I mean, it's been a poor match tonight. We know that. Let's hope Tuesday's match is a lot better than what it was tonight, because it was really drab tonight. So, guys, before I go, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. That really does help push the channel up the search settings and makes the channel more visible so people can find it easily as well. Also, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It's free to do so and helps the channel grow. And also hit the bell notification. That tells you when a pre-recorded video comes on, or I'm on live, or any upcoming shows that are due to come on as well. So, yeah. So, guys, so I'm back tomorrow, as I say, in the morning with the World Cup breakfast. So join me for that. And then also around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll be doing another show as well. So until then, guys, thank you for everybody who's came on tonight. everybody in the chat. Sefton says, night all, good night, Sefton. Hope you enjoyed the show, mate. All that leaves me to say is have a good evening. Sorry the result was a bit dire tonight, but the only way is up, as they say. Good night, guys, and see you later. Enjoy the rest of your evening, what's left of Friday night, and have a nice weekend. Bye-bye for now.